everyone. Thank you for joining us. I am here today with Katie Maschino from Hunger Free Oklahoma, and she's going to be telling us about some wonderful resources that we can share with families in the Oklahoma area that they can access to improve food security in our state.
All right, yeah, hi. Like Katie just said, my name is Katie Maschino. I work with Hunger Free Oklahoma, and my main role is to just do outreach across the state about these programs that I'll kind of dive into here in this presentation. So there is some contact information towards the end of this presentation, but I'll also make sure that Katie gets it to share with you guys out more broadly after we're done recording this presentation. So without any further ado, we'll just dive right in. So this is Hunger Free Oklahoma's Oklahoma Food Resource Menu. And this document can help connect you and families and individuals to food resources across the state. This QR code on the left side of this document can be scanned with a smartphone camera, which will take you to a digital copy of this page if you need to look at it. Also, if needed, you can type this case-sensitive link under the QR code in your web browser exactly as shown, and you will access the page. So this document includes information for grocery assistance programs, and then also food resources for children and teens. But if you do need urgent food help or know someone who needs urgent food help, we encourage you to call 211 for that immediate assistance. So we'll start with the grocery assistance programs, and those include the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, the Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children, or WIC, and the Double Up Oklahoma Program, or DUO. These grocery assistance programs help individuals and families stretch their monthly grocery budget. Eligible households receive an electronic benefits transfer, or EBT card, to use at participating grocery stores and farmers markets. There are some limitations as to what can be purchased, but these benefits are meant to supplement, not replace, a whole grocery budget. We encourage you or individuals or families to apply for grocery assistance if household size or income has changed. Hunger Free Oklahoma developed a SNAP application assistance hotline, and it's available to help you, individuals or families, apply for SNAP benefits. The toll-free number to call is 1-877-760-0114. And here's a quick video that will help explain what to expect when calling the hotline.
The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as SNAP, helps eligible individuals and families buy groceries. Did you know that you can apply for SNAP over the phone? This video tells what to expect when calling the Oklahoma SNAP Assistance Hotline. It also gives a few quick tips. Anyone 18 or older living in Oklahoma can apply for SNAP by calling toll-free 1-877-760-0114. Here's what to expect. A friendly hotline agent will greet you and help you through the Oklahoma SNAP application. You will be asked for some basic information like the names and birth dates for the people you are including on the application, and a good phone number where you can get messages or follow-up calls from OKDHS. You will also be asked for the Social Security number or OKDHS client ID for the people on your application. Your answers are private and secure. If you do not have a Social Security number, you can still apply to request benefits for your children if they're U.S. citizens. The agent will also ask about your household's monthly income and expenses. So having utility bills and recent pay stubs could be helpful. Remember, estimates are fine. Your agent will help submit your application and give you a confirmation reference number for your records. If you would like, you can also receive an email or a text message with this information and suggestions on submitting supporting documents over to OKDHS. In addition to helping submit your application, Hotline agents may be able to look up your next renewal date and application renewal status, but they do not make decisions about your eligibility. After applying, an OKDHS staff person will call you to collect any other information that may be needed to determine your eligibility for SNAP. You should find out if you qualify within about 30 days.
All right. So the SNAP application can possibly help connect you, individuals, or families to other resources. So we encourage you to apply if you think you might be eligible. We also encourage you to apply sooner rather than later, as benefits can begin when you submit this initial application. The Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children, or WIC, is specifically designed for at-risk households that include pregnant, postpartum, and breastfeeding women and children under the age of 5. There are WIC offices in every county, and the state has offices as well as tribal nations, but you should be able to walk into any clinic and apply. There is an abbreviated WIC application if the household is already receiving SNAP benefits. So we encourage you to take the step to apply for SNAP if you are eligible for WIC. WIC also includes specific nutritional products that are identified to help with the nutrition status of women and children, and it does include formula. It also provides regular nutrition education and developmental screenings at those local clinics. A few good things to know about WIC include that households can receive these WIC benefits and SNAP benefits at the same time. WIC allows for higher income limits, meaning it might be more accessible to households who may not quite qualify for SNAP. Foster children under the age of 5 can receive WIC benefits regardless of parent or guardian income, and citizenship status is not factored in when applying for WIC. The Double Up Oklahoma program, or DUO, doubles the value of SNAP benefits at participating farmers markets and grocery stores, helping people bring home more locally grown fruits and vegetables. DUO provides SNAP recipients with a 1-to-1 match to purchase healthy, locally grown fruits and vegetables when they use their EBT card at participating locations. Eligible items to purchase with DUO include fruits and vegetables, and that includes fresh, frozen, canned, or dried with no added salt, sugar, or fat. It also includes herbs and plants that grow food. DUO operates at participating farmers markets and grocery stores across the state. More sites are being added regularly, so please check doubleupoklahoma.org for the most current information and sites. Food resources for children and teens include the Summer Meals Program, free and reduced price meals at school, and the Pandemic Electronic Benefits Transfer Program, or PEBT. These programs help ensure children and teens have regular access to meals both during and outside of school time. Summer meal sites across the state provide no-cost meals to children and teens all summer. Mealsforkidsok.org is a mapping tool that families can use to search for their nearest summer meal site. Here's a quick video that demonstrates how to use mealsforkidsok.org. This video will demonstrate how to use the mealsforkidsok.org mapping tool. This is a searchable map that can show where the nearest meal site is located. This is the landing page at mealsforkidsok.org. This site can be translated to Spanish by clicking the Español button in the top right corner of the screen. To get started, click the Locations Near Me button. Use the search bar to enter your city or zip code. Meal site locations appear as purple dots on the map. Once sites have been populated, you can zoom in or out to see more or less sites. Drag and drop the screen to see additional sites near you. Hover over a site to see quick information like site name, if it's currently open or closed, and the approximate distance. Click on the site to see more information on the left side of the screen. You can see days and times of meal service, site address, contact information, and get directions to the site. We have an FAQ tab to answer common questions about meal sites. 3 answers to highlight here are that no identification or paperwork is required. Children and teens 18 years old and younger are eligible to receive meals. And current flexibilities allow sites to operate as grab and go, meaning children and teens can pick up their meals and take them home. Lastly, the Contact tab lists information for Hunger Free Oklahoma and the Oklahoma State Department of Education. If you need urgent food help, please call 211. If you have any questions related to the information included in this video, please email info@hungerfreeok.org, and we will be happy to help you. Lastly, are school meals and PEBT. Meal applications determine eligibility for free or reduced price school meals and other benefits like PEBT. All students can submit applications throughout the school year, and it's best to apply at your child's school. PEBT helps families buy groceries due to pandemic-related school closures or reduced hours. PEBT may be available to families with students who receive free or reduced price school meals. And the best way to learn more is to visit hungerfreeok.org/PEBT. For more information about this page, about the resources mentioned, or for more ideas of how to improve food security in your community, visit our website at hungerfreeok.org. You can also follow us on social media. Find us on Facebook and Twitter at hungerfreeok. Thanks for watching and for working to improve food security in your community.
Thank you so much for a wonderful talk, Katie. I think these resources seem really comprehensive and helpful, especially those last few for summer months and kiddos looking for food resources in our state fair as well. Just a couple follow-up questions. For a lot of families, you provided wonderful resources. What would be a good first stop for most people when they're trying to get connected?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. And I would say it's probably dependent on the needs of the individual or the family. If they're looking for stretching their grocery budget, one of those grocery assistance programs, we really encourage people to try SNAP first, just because that tends to bridge to those other programs that I mentioned, but sometimes they may not quite be eligible. So if there's a person in the household that is pregnant or a child under 5, we really encourage WIC after that. But yeah, if you're looking for grocery assistance, we really encourage to start with SNAP. Sometimes the resource that's most needed is just a ready-made meal that's ready to eat on site, which then I would encourage families to try and locate a summer meal site. Like I mentioned in the video, those are open to all, so no identification is required. Even if a child attends school in this district, but they're visiting a friend who goes to this district, they can still go to that site and receive a meal without having to prove anything really. So it just kind of depends on if you're looking for some grocery assistance, just having some extra funds for the grocery store, or if you're looking for that ready-made meal.
Super helpful. Thank you. I think that leads really nicely into my next question, which was what that looks like for kids who might not be enrolled in their local public school, or they're doing virtual school, charter school, private, something like that, what those school-based resources look like.
Yeah. So for those private or charter or online school, I really encourage families to reach out to school administration. I would imagine they're probably going to have the best list of resources available. But again, going into summer months and with current flexibilities, with still feeling that ripple out effect of the pandemic, like I said, those summer meal sites that are should be open pretty much from here on out. I think that this is the last day of school for a lot of schools across the state. Those are open sites, so kids can just walk up. A lot of times, schools and other community organizations try to place their sites in places where the kids are. So it could be a local park, maybe a local school. We've partnered with some libraries to get them up and running. So even though I mentioned it as a school resource, community organizations are able to opt into these as well. So Boys and Girls Clubs, YMCAs, local community centers, we really are trying to have a nice broad swath of places across the state so that kids can access those meals, especially during the summer.
Great. It sounds like that search tool will be really helpful for a lot of folks.
Yeah.
All right. One final question that I have is what some of these resources look like for families of individuals who may have special dietary needs, food allergies, or any other dietary related accommodations, medical needs, and what it looks like to sort of meet and serve those families in Oklahoma.
Yeah, that is an excellent question. And I'm glad you brought it up because I think it's not something that is at the forefront of a lot of people's mind when it comes to hunger relief and these food resources and food programs. I will say with a good amount of confidence that especially those school sites, they tend to deal with this on a much more regular basis. Kids have allergies all the time or dietary restrictions of one or another. So using that contact information on this meal mapping tool can definitely be helpful. Just calling and asking like, hey, do you have anything that doesn't have peanuts or whatever that question may be. And hopefully if they know that you're going to start visiting that site regularly and you're going to need that resource regularly, they can probably work with you. As far as the grocery assistance programs, that's kind of the beauty of those programs. It's just a monthly stipend, not stipend, but it's a monthly benefit. It's a monthly boost to your grocery budget, and it's specifically designed for certain grocery items. So even though there are limitations, you can't buy like paper goods or personal hygiene goods, things like that. It does give you the flexibility to say, okay, I prefer not to eat pork, but I know that I can still eat fish or I can eat chicken, and that's totally fine. So there is that power of choice and that autonomy and that dignity in those grocery assistance programs for people to use it for the foods not only that fit into their diet, whether it's a religious restriction or maybe a food allergy or something, but also just the power of choice. It's power of preference. You get to choose what you want to get from the grocery store.
So thank you. It sounds like we can meet a lot of different needs and preferences and everything in between through these resources. So thank you so much for connecting us today. We really appreciate your time.
Absolutely.